Hello, children. You're welcome to another awesome class today. This is English grammar class, and in English grammar class today, we're talking about conjunction. The topic today is what? Conjunction. Can I hear you say it? Conjunctions. Good. Now, that is the topic. Conjunction. You can see the spelling: CONJUNCTRON. If you want to put the S, that's your field. You don't want to put it, you still have your conjunction. I am Mrs. Olayinka, and I'm so excited to have you on this awesome and wonderful learning platform. Please, I want you to get yourself seated in a quiet place, get your writing materials ready, and pay attention to the class because I want you to learn something special into this class. Please come along with me. At the end of this class, your learning objective is that you should be able to define conjunction, you should be able to give me examples of conjunction, and you should be able to state and explain types of conjunction because we have some types of conjunctions, and then you should be able to identify them in sentences. So when you say a conjunction in sentence, you know this particular type of conjunction. You should be able to identify them in sentences. So I will tell you the objective once again: definition of conjunction, examples of conjunction, types of conjunction, and identifying conjunction in sentences. Those are the things you should be able to learn at the end of this class. Okay, I'm sure you're ready. Let's go to the correction of the last class assignments. I remember you were given assignments in this class last week. Some of you did it, some of you did not submit the assignment. If you know you have not sent your assignment to my mail, please do practice. The same makes perfect. When you do your assignment, you do your class activity, you get better at your work. Now, last week you were told to underline the subject and cycle the predicate in some sentences. Okay. Now, I ate dinner. We had a three-course meal. Brad came to dinner with us. Daddy and mommy have gone to buy the new house. He loves fish tacos. All the students in the hall have finished their tests. They survived the pandemic. Okay. Now, underline the subject and cycle the predicates. Okay, let's quickly do it together. Just check and see what you have. I, the subject. Then we cycle the predicates. Okay. At dinner. I told you that the predicates start from the action word. That's the verb. Number two, we is the subject. Had three-course meal. Now, Brad is the subject. Brad is the subject. Came to dinner with us is the predicate. Daddy and mommy, don't forget I told you about compound subjects. Two, daddy and mommy. Then we have the predicate. Have gone to buy the new house. Now, he, subject, loves fish tacos. That's the predicate. All the students in the hall. That's where the subject stop at the all. Then have finished their test. That's the predicate. And the last one, they, is the subject. Survive the pandemic is the predicate. Is that okay? Did you do the same thing in your work? Okay, now let's go to today's topic quickly, which is conjunctions. The first thing is, what is conjunction? Now, conjunctions are used to join clauses, phrases, and other words together for constructing sentences. They are used to join clauses, phrases, and other words together to construct a simple or a complex sentence. Now, conjunctions make a link between words or group of words to other parts of the sentence and show a relationship between and among them. So what conjunction does? It shows the link between the a first part of the sentence and the other part of the sentence and tell us that there's a relationship, there's a correlation, there's a link between the first part of the sentence and the second part of the sentence. Now I'll give you some examples, and then the underline words you see in the sentence is the conjunction. Now we have Alex and Robin are playing together. You can see and as you underline. And is the conjunction. Now Alex and Robin are playing together. Alex plays well, but Robin plays better than him. So bet is another conjunction we have in that second sentence. Then I play cricket and Robin plays football. And is another conjunction. Then when he was sick, I went to see him. This is another conjunction starting the sentence when. So you can see that in two different parts of the sentence, something is linking them, something is showing relationship, something is joining them. And that thing that is joining them is what we call conjunction. Is that taken? So I will say the definition of conjunction again. It is the word that shows or joins clauses, phrases, and other words together for constructing sentences. So to say it in a very simple way, conjunctions are words that are used to join clauses and phrases together in a sentence. Conjunctions are words that are used to join clauses and phrases together in a sentence. Okay, let's quickly come to conjunctions and the example. Excuse me, is your dog male or female? That is what you want to use or. The first one I have here is or. Or is a conjunction. So I've used it in a sentence. Excuse me, is your dog male or female? So it's also a conjunction. Whosoever says so is a liar because she usually eats at home because she likes cooking. If, let me know if you go to school, if you go to the school. Although he speaks seldom, he says meaningful words. Whereas she is very funny, whereas he is boring. But I am very hungry, but the fridge is empty. Yet we haven't finished eating the watermelon yet. After, tell us about other sequence. It tells us after tells us about order and sequence. The sentence is I can pass after the green light is on. Okay, I'm sure you can see the sentences that I've made with the examples of the conjunctions I have on this picture on this slide here. Now, let me tell you what are the types of conjunction that we have. We have three basic types of conjunction. What do I call them? How many types of conjunction? Three. Now, the first one is coordinating conjunction. The other one is subordinating conjunction. And third one is correlative conjunction. I will say them again. You say after me. Coordinating conjunction. Can I hear you say that? Coordinating conjunction. Good. Now, the second one is subordinating conjunction. Can you say that? Subordinating conjunction. And third one is what? Correlative conjunction. Can you say that? Correlative conjunction. So under coordinating, I have this. Those are the simple ones. I have for, and, no, but, or, yet, so. That's for coordinating. Now we have subordinating. After, although, as far as if, since, in order that, if, every time, even though. Then we have correlative, either or, not only, but, also, neither nor, both and. Okay, these are the more complex conjunctions that we have, correlative conjunctions. I'll still show you some pictures to buttress what I'm trying to explain. See the coordinating conjunctions here. The simplest one I told you about. They are used to link or join two words or phrases that are equally important and complete in terms of grammar when compared to each other. The sentence or words do not depend on anything to give themselves meaning. So use coordinating conjunction to link or join words or phrases that are of equal importance. The two parts of the sentence are of equal importance. So you can divide the sentence into two conveniently, and the two sentences will stand on their own and they will make a complete sense. Let me look at this example we have here. For, I told her to leave. For, I was tired. You can actually make this one sentence into two different sentences. I told her to leave, and then they will full stop. That's the end of the sentence. Then the second one can now be I was very tired. I was very tired. That's another sentence that is complete. So that's why when we talk about coordinating conjunction, it's used to link two words or phrases that are of equal importance. They can stand on their own. Now they do not depend on themselves to give themselves any meaning. Now we have and. I like football. And I like hockey. So you can say it in two different sentences. I like football. And you say another sentence, I like hockey. But you can use and to join the two sentences together. You say, I like football and I like hockey. Now we have another one. That one is no. I have neither done the dishes nor the laundry. No. The another one is but. She is 85, but she still goes swimming every day. Then, I will eat either a hamburger or a hot dog. Okay, then we have yet. The weather was cold, yet bright and sunny. So, it means therefore. It was still painful, so I went to see the doctor. Please note, don't always use so and therefore together because they mean the same thing. So you can either say, it was still painful, therefore I went to see the doctor. Or you say, it was still painful, so I went to see the doctor. Okay. Now let's go to the next one, which is subordinating conjunction. These are the examples. I want you to quickly go through them. Okay, look at them, read them very well. They are subordinated conjunction is a word that connects an independent clause to a dependent clause. What does it mean? Independent clause means a sentence that cannot stand on its own. It cannot make a complete sense on its own. Then a dependent clause is a sentence that can make sense on its own. Now we have our office is far and she has to walk for a minute. Now I'm staying in because it is snoring. As long as you need my notebook, you can keep it. After they pass the town, they must turn to the left. I couldn't stay, for the area was violent. Michael is a very beautiful girl, and she's very intelligent. I met them when we were in Paris. Now let's come to this part. It says, even if the sky is falling down, you will be mine only. If you look at the sentences over here, they are used. What we use there is subordinating conjunctions, all the ones on this side. While on this side we use what? Coordinating conjunction. Now I guess I will never be the same since I fell for you. Since, even if, once, so that, unless, before. They are examples of what? Subordinating conjunctions. Why the ones we have here? Because, and, after, for, and. They are what? Coordinating conjunctions. Now let me quickly go to the last one, which is correlative conjunction. It is essentially a coordinate conjunction used in pairs. We use them in pairs, in twos. A correlative conjunction gets its name from the fact that it is a paired conjunction that has a reciprocal or complementary relationship. Now we have both and, either or, neither nor, not also, not only but also, so as, whether or. If you look at this sentence, you can see some dot in between. What it's trying to say is that you write some sentence, some words, put the conjunction, write other words before you put the second conjunction. Okay. Now, in conclusion, conjunction for kids. We have, like I said before, a conjunction is a word that joins words, group of words, or sentences together. In other words, conjunction is a joining words. Now, we have told you before also that we have three types of conjunction: correlative conjunction, coordinating conjunction, and subordinating conjunction. And I can see the example written down there: either or, neither or, and, both and. Then under coordinating we have and, but, and under subordinating we have because, unless, and while. Okay, my lovely pupils, I believe by now you have achieved the following. You can define conjunctions, you can give example, you can state and explain types of conjunction, you can identify them in sentences. Very good. So I'm giving you your assignments here. This is another assignment I want every one of us to just do. It's very, 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 very simple. I like chicken dash not fish. So you pick A, B, C, D, E. Out of the 5 options, pick the correct one and use it to complete the sentence. Snap it and send it to my mail. Or do it in your sex paper, in a sheet of paper, snap it and send it to my mail. Is that okay? Or you can do it directly in the mail and send it to me. I'll be expecting your response very soon. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. I will send your class activity tomorrow. See you. Bye.